Stingray does the funniest thing to grab his caretaker's attention. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe to m&rtv and hit the bell so you never miss any upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. Haven't you shown your mother your different tantrums when you're hungry? Didn't you irritate her and lie on the floor crying because she did not prepare your favorite dish? Not only this, but whenever we are devoid of attention, we all showcase different attitudes to catch some attention. Everyone feels nice when someone gives them attention and fulfills their every demand. This is a story of a stingray who leaps out of the water due to the funniest reason. One would definitely fall in love with this creature. Don't we just love our cute pets, like cuddling with them, caressing their fur and those little pet licks they leave on us? All these actions and the bond we share with them is priceless. All of us just can't get over them. However, while a majority of us would be owning cats and dogs as pets, here comes our protagonist, who is a little different. The protagonist has an avid love for marine life. While people usually pet cats and dogs, he owns fishes as pets. We will be building a kennel in our house, but this man owns a huge aquarium. Not only the fur and paws lend you happiness, but those adorable fish lips and fins can too soothe our hearts. Well, wait, that's not all. While you may be busy wrapping your head around the fact that this man owns an aquarium, another news that will fall on your head, as shocking, is that in his aquarium there are not only fishes, but also a stingray. Sounds strange, isn't it? Yes, it does. Who owns a stingray as a pet? These flattened body supporting creatures are not only large, but are also quite relatable to the shark family. An aquatic creature who is similar to a life-threatening creature like a shark is a pet to someone is absolutely strange and horrifying fact. Kudos to the man who owns him as a pet. But what made him own this animal? Just like humans, stingrays are very curious creatures. They would spread their fins across any new object that comes in their way. They are a highly active species who would run here and there. Their behavioral traits will make you own one just like this human. This human owns an aquarium full of different breeds of fish, and surprisingly a stingray also resides in it. This large creature often appears on the glass to greet his human father, but one day he showed up on the glass for an entirely different reason. As a daily routine, the moment when the father would come to feed his pets at the aquarium, all the fishes and the stingray would swim to the side of the aquarium wall. That day too, as the creatures saw their dad approaching, they all went past the wall. What happened next was really amusing. This stingray happened to be quite enormous in size. The moment he saw his father, he reaches to the upper layer of aquarium water to capture his dad's attention. However, he did not appreciate the way things were turning out then. That day, the father, as always, greeted all his beloved pets. But it seems that the stingray wasn't happy with him that day. He wanted some extra attention, love, and care. This creature got irritated and soon only developed anger. But why? The day was just like any other day. Then why did the stingray behave like this? The human was having a bowl of fish food in his hand. He started feeding the fishes first and completely forgot about the stingray. Being hungry to extremes, the fish fastly swam towards the offered food, and even the father was enjoying feeding his babies. The stingray was waiting patiently for his turn to be served food. He was watching his father serve to others. He was hoping that soon he too would be fed, but the poor soul's hopes shattered as his father did not serve him anything. That's when the stingray began with his part. The stingray started spreading his fins against the aquarium glass in order to gain some attention. He continuously brushed against the glass in hopes that his father would recognize that he too is hungry and needs some food. But as evident in the picture, the human was busy feeding his fishes. The stingray's patience took over, and he did something surprising. Surprisingly, out of anger, the stingray grew huge in size. He completely stuck to the glass to divert his father's attention, just like any small baby would do. He too was trying his best to call his father towards him, but all his attempts went in vain. Since the stingray was getting highly impatient and his father absolutely unaware of that, the stingray decided to do something spectacular. Just to grab his father's eyes, the stingray made a shocking move. Hunger was taking over Stingray's brain, and he decided to put his plan into action. The Stingray decided to jump out of the aquarium and grab the much-awaited attention of his father. He was sure that if he did so, his dad will definitely be reminded of him. He knew that this plan's strategy will work. But all he is thinking and planning to do is so cute. Isn't he adorable? The Stingray gathers all his energy and pushes all his fins up in the water and was all set to jump out. This is a very rare sight. Not easily one will find a Stingray indulging into jumps, that to jumping in an aquarium. While jumping, he had his eyes right onto the eyes of his father, and it was a splash. As in when he jumped, there were splashes of water everywhere. Even his human father was scared, as he did not realize what happened. When the Stingray went back into the aquarium, he let another splash. The entire place was covered in water. Undoubtedly, the Stingray made his presence evident. The moment the Stingray jumped, his plan was an altogether success. Not only did he distract the father, but at the same time disturb the feeding of the other fishes. He created chaos out of a calm atmosphere. For instance, the father mistook it for the breakage of the aquarium. The next step of the human father was a much-awaited one. After struggling for a few seconds with water, the father realized that the Stingray made a jump out of the aquarium, and when he again brushed at the glass wall, the father went to him and greeted him, saying, "Oh boy, I think you're hungry." Finally, the Stingray managed to get what he wanted. After waiting for quite long to get his part of the meal, the Stingray was at last offered a tasty treat. His father fed him some food. Just look at those expressions when he finally got to eat. He seemed so happy. His strategy to gain some attention eventually paid off. The Stingray calmly cherished his food and even happily greeted his caretaker, his father, though initially he was annoyed due to the lack of attention that his father offered. He was now over the moon when he had a fuller stomach and his beloved father by his side. He definitely was now satisfied. Good food offers good mood, and that's what exactly happened to the Stingray. Once he was done with eating, his satisfaction turned him into a happy and jolly mood. He happily bids adieu to his father and just swam back to the depth of the aquarium. This is the video where one can find the creature jumping out of the water and leaving his caretaker completely astonished. The video soon went viral and people could not wrap their heads over the Stingray jumping in this manner. You also catch his surprising jump. This footage soon caught a lot of eyes. People were surprised at a Stingray, which is portrayed as dangerous due to its venom, jumping and looking this adorable. His cute tactic to get some attention stole millions of hearts. There were a different set of reactions toward this footage. Here are some less known facts about stingrays that will blow your mind. Though the rays do not look similar to fishes, they are part of their family. Their organisms differ from other fishes in their structure and physical appearance, but all are classified under a single family head named elasmobranches. They are found in tropical and subtropical coastal marine waters. Stingrays are often mistaken to be from the shark family. However, these are two different species who share certain similar physical traits. They both belong to a cartilaginous fish family. Similar to sharks, they don't have bones but support cartilages. They have sensors which help them in smelling their prey. Stingrays are not a new discovery. Rather, they have evolved around 150 million years back. While the majority of species of rays were found some 100 million years back. Another fact, since stingrays are boneless creatures, one cannot locate their fossils, but they were located using their leftover scales and teeth. The stingray's venom is often termed as deadly. However, until a human comes in direct contact with it, via his chest or stomach, the venom is not that dangerous. Rather, in ancient times, people extracted stingray's venom to use as an anesthetic. Often dentists use these. Stingrays' huge flattened bodies can weigh up to 800 pounds. They are large beings and grow about 14 feet in length. One of the largest and heaviest fish ever to be captured was from Thailand and was found in Mae Klong River. It weighed between 600 to 800 pounds and grew 14 feet. People often mistake stingrays' gills for their eyes. Stingrays have eyes on the upper side of their body, while on the surface underneath they have gills and nose. Eyes are on the top so that they can easily hunt for their food while hiding in the sand Their eyes remain on the surface while the entire body is concealed in the sand. Stingrays, though lack bones and have a cartilage, they have very strong jaws. They can break shells, which are as hard as rocks. The stingray's jaws are made of several thick layers of calcified cartilage, which provides them with a relatively hard jaw area. Stingrays can never be defeated when it comes to hiding. They have a skin tone of gray to light brown color, which is similar to the color of the sand. The stingrays make use of their flattened bodies and hide under the sea sand on the sea floor. This prevents them from being caught by their predators, and at the same time, while hiding there, they can hunt for their food. Baby stingrays are born as fully developed creatures. Their bodies are quite proportionate, and all their major body systems are fully developed. Right from birth, they know how to swim and can swim across the sea in search of their food. Surprisingly, their mothers just stand behind them as support, but majorly, the baby stingrays are on foot since the day they are born. A majority of stingrays prefer living alone all their lives. However, they join other stingrays only during the breeding time. They may even join their members during the migratory season. While migrating together to different feeding grounds, the large group of stingrays is called a fever. Stingrays have a sharp tail. They store venom in their tails, and they even have a spine in their tail. They use their tail to injure and harm any suspicious prey they see coming their way. The injury resulted out of a stingray is caused by the venomous tail spines.